but looking at your kind of like career, there's so much other genres. There's dramas and comedies and all sorts of things that you.
Yeah.
But I just wonder, off the back of all of these great projects, because it's such an eclectic range, you've obviously created quite a big following. You've got 2.8 million followers on Instagram, which is kind of crazy. I just wondered, I'm interested.
Yeah.
Kind of still, I'm going to say like a newfound kind of phenomenon. It's not newfound in the sense it's been around for like 10 or 15 years, but going back to like the 60s, 70s, 80s, there was no such thing of this. So I just wondered, is there a pressure that comes with social media? I guess do you feel like there's a whole added element to your job having that very public career and a lot of people that follow you for you, not just for your characters, and trying to kind of manage all of that side of things?
Definitely. Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, I think this is really uh just off the top of my head, there's this really interesting video of Ben Affleck that's been going around the internet recently about him talking about he's like fame, you can keep it, I don't really like none of that appeals to me, it doesn't bring anything of value to me. He talks about how he's actually a shy person and he feels like he is misquoted and misunderstood and misjudged a lot of the time and he kind of talks about it just being like a side effect of the thing that he actually wants to do. And I feel like that's kind of the way that most actors probably feel about it most of the time. My personally, I love movies and TV, and I just want to like make that. If Instagram and Twitter weren't, kind of intrinsically linked, I could leave it. It doesn't really make much of a difference to me. I loved in the early days of social media that uh it was a very new way for people to be able to interact with their fans and actually have some one-on-one kind of relationship and kind of have an inside look. But I think a lot of that has kind of been soured over the years by you've got bots and like weird algorithms and also different ways of trying to interact with a post in order to get the algorithm moving as opposed to interacting with it because it's something that you personally connect with. So it's weird because on one hand too, the Instagram and the social media also will allow someone in my position like some fantastic opportunities that maybe you would not have before, that you wouldn't think. um that to not only get to like talk about our films and showcase our films, but also get to like life updates or maybe cool business opportunities that connect with other things that you're interested in that maybe you wouldn't have thought of before. So in that regards, it's it can be very cool. I was a kid that grew up loving ice hockey, but I could never afford it. It's a very, very expensive sport. And now because of Instagram, I get to work with a really cool hockey brand and they are, giving me gear to try out. And it's like, oh, that's a really cool thing. Like this has given me, it affords me the opportunity to now try this thing that I always wanted to do. And, maybe, we obviously just finished however many months of strikes and things. It's like, a lot of people in our industry are thinking about how they're going to pay their rent next and are trying to save up a lot too. So having, a thing like that where I can have a hobby like hockey and, that's not an investment that I maybe have to pull out of my savings to be able to do. That's a really cool thing. As well as, growing the sport. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's I wish it would kind of I wish it kind of remained what it used to be, where it was like a really cool way to get people excited about, the next episodes and the next stories that we're telling and how this can connect to you and how you could empathize and connect with this story that we're trying to tell somewhere. And maybe you could tell your friend about it, I don't know. It's kind of been sullied.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey!